Friedrich Merz wants to be the next Donald Trump in Germany. Guys, it's crazy. Do you think that's what's going to happen or not? It's January 24th, 2025. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. Thank God. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning here in Germany. This is the Insanity Report for Germany for today. And Friedrich Merz came up yesterday after this attack in Aschaffenburg. He came out and presented his 5-point plan. He sounds exactly like Donald Trump. He wants to make sure that all of the borders in the country are basically being controlled. So anybody that comes across the border in Germany without papers will not be let in. He wants every border basically supervised, basically watched, and he wants to crack down on the illegal immigration. He also wants daily deportations. I mean, that sounds really like Donald Trump, except the difference is Donald Trump is doing it, and Friedrich Merz probably won't do it, okay? And the reason why I say that is very simple. First of all, these people, right? And when I say these people, I mean Friedrich Merz and the other establishment politicians that are responsible for this whole clusterfuck to begin with, right? They have promised less immigration for years, for a decade. You know what I mean? For a decade. They've been promising and promising and promising and promising, and as soon as they get power, they all back down. They all say, well, it's European law, and it's this, and it's that, and it's human rights, and we can't do this, and oh, those poor people, and blah, 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 blah. Basically, they've been saying to the German public, listen, guys, we know you guys don't want all this illegal immigration, especially from Muslim countries. We know you guys are tired of it. We know you guys are tired of losing your sons and daughters, but fuck you. We want it. We want to be the virtuous ones. We want to be willkommen. We want to say, welcome everybody. And you Germans are just going to have to shut up and get your shit together and get in line and accept it and welcome these people and work with them. We know they don't want to work with you. We know they don't want to fucking assimilate to your culture. We know they don't want to learn your language. We know they don't really want to, kind of believe in the same values that you believe in. But you are going to adapt to them. That's what these people have been saying all the time, from the time this whole mess started, right? And now, people, it's election time in Germany, okay? This guy's gonna, listen, he has to say it, right? He has to say it. He's got a gun to his head. 2 more people, a baby and a man, 41-year-old man, have just been murdered again. We had Christmas market Magdeburg drama just 2 months ago, or last month. Shit, what are we talking about, right? Before there was Solingen, and then you had Bad Oeynhausen. You've got all of these problems only in this country, not to mention the countries all around us, Great Britain, etc. All of these Western countries that have had this lackadaisical, easygoing, let's welcome everybody and let them trample all over us attitude has brought these countries into a giant clusterfuck situation. And you don't really believe that Friedrich Merz and the CDU are going to do anything about it. Now, look, there is a difference between America and Germany as far as the system is concerned, right? Friedrich Merz can promise a lot of shit, but it really depends on who he forms a coalition with. And since he's already said multiple times, Brandmauer, there's no way I'm making a coalition with the AfD no matter what. We're never going to do it. No, they're Nazis. No. He won't even shake Alice Weidel's hand. You know what I'm saying? To now think that, you know what I mean? Without the AfD, they're not going to be able to do any of this shit. Because the left and the Green parties do not want to have harsh immigration policies. They've made that clear over and over again. At least they don't go out there and lie. You know, they do, but about other shit. But about this, they're not lying. They're out there going, no. You know, no, we don't want, no. Everybody's welcome and fuck it. Everybody's got to shut up and take it. It's just like with the climate policies. They don't care about any proof. They don't care about any evidence that contradicts their worldview on the climate change thing. And they don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, we know the country's going to shit. We know it's getting totally deindustrialized. We know big business is leaving. We know that the power prices are too expensive to pay for. But fuck you people. Climate change first. Right? That's basically their message. There's no way Friedrich Merz is going to be able to do any of this shit. And he knows it. Unless he decides to finally do the reasonable thing and the thing that most of Germany probably wants him to do, is to form a coalition with the AfD. See, in Germany, the German people in the West are too scared to vote completely for the AfD. They're too worried that once they get ultimate power, they're going to become the Nazi party all over again. It's going to be 1933 and concentration camps for immigrants. And oh my God, they're going to kill everybody. Ah! You know what I'm saying? No. So they are giving, the voters are signaling to CDU, listen, guys, we're going to vote for you as a check on the AfD. Because, you know, actually what we want is politics that the AfD is prophesizing, right? That's what we want. But we don't trust them enough yet. So we want you guys to be there as like the daddy partner. And the CDU just takes that advice from the voters and goes, nah, we don't want to do it. Fuck you people. We're going to go ahead and go with the left. That doesn't share any value, doesn't share any policy outlook. It's just like the Ampel has been until now, right? A total disaster. And that's the way Friedrich Merz is going to go. But another thing that shows me that what Friedrich Merz is doing is lying, right? Friedrich Merz, along with the AfD right now in Parliament, in Bundestag right now, could get a majority with the AfD and put in these rules right now. Why wait till April when he may be elected? You know what I mean? When they finally formed a coalition after months of fucking dicking around trying to force, you know, a square through a square key through a round hole, right? Why wait till then? The situation is dire. This immigration thing is dire. It's a big problem. How many more people need to die in Germany just so they can get their political ends? Just so they can go, well, you know, what Friedrich Merz is doing is basically blackmailing the public. He's extorting the public. He's extorting the voter. He's saying, we know you guys want less immigration. We know you guys want these rules to be implemented. And my 5-point plan will be implemented. But not until I'm elected. So you better vote for me. And you better vote for me in a majority, like we get full power, because you know that we're going to fucking make a coalition with a leftist party or the Greens if you don't. And if you don't, then none of this shit's ever going to happen, because we're never going to let the AfD in power, right? So none of this shit's ever going to happen. So if you really want it, people, you vote for me. So he's basically putting a gun to your head and saying, if you want any change in the immigration policy in this country, you will have to vote full force for the fucking CDU, so that they have a majority on their own and don't need to form coalitions, so they can rule single-handedly. Now, I don't want that either, right? And I don't think people are going to do that. They're gambling away their political future by doing shit like this. Now, Alice Weidel, because, you know, Friedrich Merz made a big fucking mistake in his speech yesterday by saying, I will put into place this 5-point plan regardless of which party decides to join me. If you want to be part of the team when I get elected, you will have to uncompromisingly go along with these 5-point plans, which is good. But he knows, and we all know, that is not happening with Green Party or any leftist party like the SPD, right? We know it's not happening. He knows it's not happening. But he said any party. That sounds to me like he wants to drop the firewall. That sounds to me like he wants to do away with the Brandmauer, or he will, if that's what's necessary in order to put these rules into place. Now, I don't think that's what he means, but we're going to find out, because Alice Weidel, AfD boss, right? Boss bitch, she's awesome. I love Alice Weidel. I love her. She's great. She's tremendous. She wrote him a letter, a nice letter, saying, listen, Friedrich, we all agree with this. We've been actually vying for this our whole existence, right? We've known this has been a problem for a long time. We will put all of these things into place right now. We will form a majority in Bundestag right now. We can do it right now. And right now, help defend the German people, the German public. Defend them. That's our job. Let's do it. We're going to see. Is Friedrich Merz going to do it? No, he's not going to do it. He wants this as an election topic. He wants to extort his voting base to vote for him. He wants to extort the German people to vote for him, because he doesn't really want to solve the problem. If he did, he would do it right now. If he saw this as much of an emergency as the German people do, he would go right now with Alice Weidel and the AfD in the Bundestag, form a majority to make this shit happen right now, and do it today. That's what he would do if he really cared. right? Like Donald Trump. The first day he's in office, he starts kicking ass. He starts fucking sending troops to the border. No more people getting in. The fucking CBP app, the illegal app that allows people to basically get in the country illegally. He shuts that app down. It's done. It's over. Nobody's coming in. That's it. Right? That's it. Right? And Friedrich Merz wants to do that, but he can't do that. He could do it if he, right now, formed a coalition, or right now, sorry, not formed a coalition, but right now, formed a majority with the AfD in Bundestag today. They would be able to put these rules into place. As a matter of fact, Nancy Faeser could make these rules go into place right now as well, because she's in charge. It'd probably do her party some good in the election if she just did it. She's not going to do it. No, because they're ideologically captured, those people. They're ideologically captured to the point that they will ruin themselves, ruin their own careers, and ruin the country before doing the right thing. That's how they play. And we know it. That's how they play. That's how they played the whole time. We know it. Right? That's their game. They could do all this right now, but they're not going to do it. That's why I know they're not serious. Right? That's why you know they're not serious. So why is Friedrich Merz once again talking the big talk, talking the tough talk? Why? Because he's got no fucking choice. You know, German citizens were murdered again by basically an illegal. Again. What's he going to do during election time? Is he going to ignore it like they do when it's not election time? Right? No, he can't. It'd be political suicide. He knows that. So they're tying themselves up to the pretzels and trying to get elected. You know what I'm saying? So he has to say something like that. But people, please think about this for a second. You know what I mean? If your best friend, right? Let's say it's your best friend. If your best friend asks you for money, he needs a loan. She needs a loan. You give it to him, right? They tell you when they're going to pay you back. They don't. You ask them to pay you back. They still don't. Now it's been months since the day they were supposed to pay you back. They don't pay you back. Then they come back and ask you for more money. You give it to them again. Because you're your friend, right? He's your friend. So you're going to trust him. You're like, okay, he's down on his luck. And all right, he's going to pay me back. He's my buddy. And then they don't pay you back again. How many times are you going to lend that motherfucker money before you say, okay, that's it? And that's your friend. That's your best friend. These are politicians. Why would you trust politicians' bullshit even more than you would your own best friend? Right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, again, AfD is the only party in this country at the moment, like it or not, right, that is willing to do anything to help the citizens of this country, that is willing to make hard decisions in order to protect the people in this country. They are willing to do it. Now, whether they'll be able to do it all the way they want to do it all is, of course, questionable. We don't know. You know what I mean? They're going to be blocked by a lot of rules, a lot of European bullshit, everything, all the rules, all of the things they've been saying all this time. Why they couldn't deport people, why they couldn't stop illegal immigration, why they couldn't fucking protect the borders. All of those things are still there. So what makes Friedrich Merz think that all of a sudden he can do this? You know what I mean? That doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But he says he can. Right, because if you have the political will to do shit, you probably can get it done. You know what I mean? Like Alice Weidel has been saying forever. Right, she's been saying that from the beginning. She's been like, look, there's just the failure of political will. There's no political will to do any of this stuff. And now there seems to be political will because it's election time. So Friedrich Merz wants you to vote for him. He's actually forcing you to vote for him if you want to get any of this shit done, which is insane. So people, please see it for what it is. This guy is lying, right? And if he's not lying, he's going to prove it to us by getting together with Alice Weidel and the AfD right now, closing down these borders in this country, and start kicking people the fuck out of here, right? He's going to do it if he's not bullshitting. If he doesn't go along with Alice Weidel to do it right now, don't expect him to do it during election time, because now was his chance to do it. If that was his point, if he was going to protect the German people, now would have been his chance to do it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that if he said right now to the German people, listen, we are going to form the coalition with the AfD, they're the only ones willing to do what is necessary for Germany along with us. We have to do it. We have to protect you people. If he does that, people are gonna vote for him like mad. Like mad. It would be the best move he could make. I mean, you saw it with Donald Trump. When Donald Trump said we're gonna put the biggest deportation effort America's ever seen in this country, then we saw it. He got elected like mad. It was great election strategy. It would be for Friedrich Merz too, but I don't think he's gonna do it. No. Why not? Because he wants to keep it out there. He wants to dangle it over your heads. He wants to say, look guys, I can do it, but you have to vote for me, and you guys have to make sure that we're the only ones with any power, because if we have to form a coalition, guys, we're going to make it into a leftist umble party just like last time. And fuck you people. Nothing's going to get done. That's what he's doing. It's so obvious. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Guys, if you want to get all my content delivered directly to your inbox, all you got to do is subscribe to my Substack. You can do that below if you're watching it on Substack. If you're watching it on TikTok or anywhere else, all you got to do is go to it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com and subscribe there, because that way you get my articles, you get all the videos. You don't have to wait for them to be put on social media. You don't have to search for them. They all get delivered to you right away. You can do that for free. You can do it for $5 a month. It's my birthday, so hook me up, right? And yeah, go ahead and subscribe. That's the easiest way for us to keep in contact. Guys, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully Friedrich Merz does the right thing, but don't hold your breath. I will eat my hat if on Monday this shit has been done, right? For real. It's going to be hard to really eat it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday.